On August 10, 2019, Jeffrey Epstein was found unresponsive in his jail cell in New York. He had been arrested just weeks earlier on federal sex trafficking charges. Within hours, the news spread around the world. Questions immediately followed. Was it suicide? Was it negligence? Was it something else? But beyond the headlines and speculation, one question mattered most. What did investigators actually confirm? Epstein was being held at the Metropolitan Correctional Center in Manhattan. The facility housed federal inmates, including high-profile defendants. Weeks before his death, Epstein had been placed on suicide watch after an earlier incident in his cell. He was later removed from suicide watch. He was returned to a special housing unit. That decision would later face scrutiny. During the early morning hours, correctional officers were required to conduct routine checks on inmates. According to official findings, those required checks were not properly carried out that night. Epstein was discovered unresponsive in his cell. Emergency personnel attempted life-saving measures. He was transported to a hospital. He was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. The New York City Medical Examiner conducted an autopsy. The official cause of death was ruled suicide by hanging. Epstein's family hired a private forensic pathologist who questioned certain aspects of the injuries. Despite those concerns, authorities did not alter the ruling. The official determination remains suicide. 2 correctional officers assigned to monitor Epstein were later charged by federal prosecutors. They were accused of failing to perform required inmate checks. They were also accused of falsifying official records to indicate checks had been completed. Prosecutors did not accuse them of causing Epstein's death. The charges focused on neglect and falsification of documents. The 2 officers entered deferred prosecution agreements. They admitted to falsifying records. If they complied with the terms of the agreements, the charges would be dismissed. They did not serve prison sentences. No homicide charges were filed against them. The legal findings centered on negligence, not conspiracy. The United States Department of Justice Office of the Inspector General launched a comprehensive investigation. The report cited severe staffing shortages inside the facility. It found broken surveillance cameras. It documented failures to follow suicide watch procedures. It described significant management breakdowns. The Inspector General concluded that systemic negligence and misconduct created the conditions that allowed Epstein to take his own life. The report was sharply critical of leadership and oversight failures. However, it did not find evidence of a criminal conspiracy. No outside individuals were charged in connection with his death. Epstein was facing serious federal charges involving powerful individuals. Because he died before trial, many allegations were never examined in court. There was no public testimony, no cross-examination, no full presentation of evidence before a jury. When a trial never occurs, unanswered questions remain. Speculation often fills that gap. Here is what the official record shows. The death was ruled a suicide. Required inmate checks were not performed, records were falsified, systemic jail failures were documented. Here is what the official record does not show. A proven homicide. A confirmed criminal conspiracy.